Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So guys, we're going to do a guide today on a Void Champion. We're on double Void chances right now, so I figured it'd be good to get a Void Epic guide out there. And it's one that people have asked me for quite a while. So yeah, Angar's coming soon, guys. 2 hacks coming soon as well, but they're not ready. So we're going in for Psylar. Now, Psylar is actually one of the best control epics in the game. She has got AoEs on all her abilities. So AoE, AoE, AoE. Which is, I think there's only a handful, maybe like 10 or a dozen or something champions that have got that capability to always throw AoEs out. Might be more than that, but in terms of actual good ones. The first AoE is a straight out damage dealer. The second AoE has got 100% when booked chance of placing decreased accuracy. It's kind of like, yeah, it's an okay skill. In the arena, I guess it's kind of big. You know, if you're going up against a team with like Madams and that type of stuff, you throw out decreased accuracy, then chances are all of a sudden you might start to land a few resists. But I feel like it's kind of unlikely. I guess also in Spider, if you're trying to tank Spiderlings' poisons by resisting them, and she throws decreased accuracy out there, then that could be quite nice to try and help your tank out. And yeah, someone like Clan Boss is just a straight out no-no, but then that's not her spot anyway. She's then got an A3. Now, this is her easily her best ability. She throws out a decreased speed. It's just a places, so there's not like a chance to do it. It's just if you've got enough accuracy, this happens. And she also decreases the turn meter of everyone by 40%. There's not many teams where this doesn't mean you go first with all of your champs. Yeah, so you get your speed lead to go first, boost her speed, she goes second, decreases all of their turn meter and decreases their speed, and then it allows your 2 nukers or a decreased defense then nuker to come in and finish the job. So her A3 then is kind of like Lissandra's A3. So if you're thinking about a legendary champion, the best speed manipulator in the game, Lissandra does a decreased speed whilst increasing your speed or turn meter. She does a decreased speed whilst decreasing turn meter. So she does 2 things to negatively affect the enemy's turn meter, which just means that you should be winning the speed race in the arena if she goes second in your team. So really, really strong ability for the arena and just generally strong anywhere in the game, like Faction Wars, anywhere in the game. So yeah, really good A3. And then she's got a speed aura for faction crypts, which I'll show you in a while. For faction crypts, she's really strong. So the way I've built mine then, in terms of masteries, we have gone for Helm Smasher. Let's move myself out of the way. This is how I've had mine built for some while. So I've done accuracy on the support tree. As debuffs drop off, I gain some more speed. A1, drop turn meter with Evil Eye. Chance to get more stats from Law of Steel. And then we've gone for chance to land. My debuff's a higher chance to land. Why have I done that? I think that's a poor selection there. It'd be better off over here or over here. And then we've gone crit into crit damage. And then this is kind of like my standard arena nuker style build, really. So more damage when full health, more damage on your first hits. It's not a bad idea to go shield breaker on her because there's a good chance if she's going second in your arena team, she's got to smack through the shields. But we go into Helm Smasher for sort of best chance of damage. So in terms of artifacts, I've got her in a stun set. Pretty fast stun set. At the moment, she's built for me to do faction war and dungeon content. This same build, though, if she's fast enough, would also be cool for the arena. Like stun sets on a Psylar or anyone who's got triple AoE abilities is huge. Every time they go, you've got 18% chance on every single person you're hitting to put a stun on them. And stun is the strongest debuff in the game. Stun sets do not require accuracy. No sets require accuracy. So you could actually go for a stun set Psylar and go low accuracy, but you definitely need accuracy if you want to try and land this decreased speed and turn meter, which is probably the best part of her kit. So I've gone for crit rate gloves, HP on my chest with some crit on it, speed on the boots, and then I'm looking for speed, crit, and crit damage with enough accuracy on the other items. And I've gone attack on the ring, crit damage on the amulets, and accuracy on the banner. So the reason I've gone for this sort of build with HP chest is because I want high HP, so she's not targeted by enemy mobs in dungeons and faction wars. Good speed to rotate back through those abilities, and then accuracy enough to land her abilities. So she's kind of like a utility build here. So I'll show you first in faction wars how good she can be. This is one of her strongest places in the game. So let's put her in here for the damage. She's got speed aura for faction wars as well, which is brilliant. Anyone with a speed aura for faction wars should be kind of looked at as a good turn meter manipulator for your team. So let's just slow it down. We drop defense here with Madame. Get some damage off with Foley. Here she goes. So she places her A2 as a primary skill. See, that's a decreased accuracy across the board. Then she does the decreased speed and turn meter as a secondary skill. And then at that point, with the turn meter down, they've literally got no chance. So we come on to wave 2. This gets more difficult, so obviously you've used your big skills. So we go with just an A1. A1 decreased her turn meter anyway because of my Evil Eye ability. Got 1 stun off. And I'll tell you what, she just brings enough utility. There goes the decreased accuracy. Enough utility to do a ton of work. And the more work she does, the easier it is for your team to do what they need to do. So we're fighting level 20 here. Got another stun off there. Drop their turn meter again. And then we're on to the final wave. This is a bit of a nasty wave. Decreased speed, decreased turn meter, which gives my whole team a ton of time to get their damage off. And you see here, we're not doing massive damage, but there's no decreased defense out, but 4 to 5k hits when decreased defense goes out now. Oh no, it's not on now. Got them there though. 7, 8k. She's not doing tons of damage. She's just doing a load of work. 7s again. And believe it or not, so she won't have done the most damage there, but she's probably had the most effect out of any of these champs in terms of me winning that easily. And she's actually done, what, 230 versus a hard-hitting Ray 510 and a hard-hitting Foley 750. And you've got 2 support champs in there. So for Faction Wars, she's literally like top draw champ. If we throw her into pretty much any dungeon. So Spider, she's one of my faves. So we got here a Spider comp, HP burn strat. Wonder if this will work. I might take too much damage, but we'll see. This might work. So the idea here is she decreases speed of all the spiderlings. She drops turn meter of all the spiderlings. The damage here is coming from my HP burn. So you see that decreased speed everywhere. HP burn basically everywhere. Decreased accuracy. So if I had a spiderling tank who was actually able to, or was trying to actively tank up the spiders, then that would be perfect. But see how much just turn meter we're dropping all the time? These spiderlings are nowhere near coming at us yet. We're already half healthed it. They're blowing up. And pretty much, like, with considering I've got no real tank here, most of that work is coming from Psylar. So every time new spiderlings spawn, basically they are getting their decreased turn meter coming back from the A1 or the A3. She's just insane. Decreased speed and turn meter again. And all my guys are just wailing out, hitting, whilst we've got HP burn on. So when the HP burn comes off, or when they move, they're taking a ton of damage as well. So for Spider, absolutely like top tier champion if you're struggling to deal with the turn meter stuff. I mean, the main Spiders come nowhere near having a turn. Nowhere near. And because she's in stun set as well, you get a few stuns off, which just kind of relieves a bit of pressure. She's actually done 1.4 mil damage in total because she's hitting all the spiders all the time. But yeah, really, really solid Spider champion. Pretty much any dungeon, because she's Void, she can play anywhere. Ice Golem, she's very strong. So I've got a kind of like crazy team going on here. Let's just change it up a little bit. Because she doesn't need all of this carry. So we go decrease defense, decrease turn meter and stuff. We'll have another champion combo, which is insane, coming in here to kill the spiderling, to kill the mobs. So I'll do my Seer, more Seer Mage combo. There it is. And then we're just, so she's got speed against them. We just kind of want speed for us, or some sort of healing actually. Just go with Cold Heart, Apothecary. So I don't have any sort of aura here, but we just go as we are. So pretty much she's just there to stop the enemy having a turn. So the damage for the first wave is coming from Seer. See you later. Damage for the second wave is going to take time because I don't have any cooldown resets here. So I have to deal with all of these mobs. And you see there, we decrease turn meter and speed. That came from Stag. We've got to deal with all of these buffs. It's actually a problem. Actually, Seer's gone down. Taking some of their turn meter and speed away. We're AoEing stuns. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Only one left. This ability here, the reflect damage, is actually brutal. It's a brutal ability. So I've lost Seer. I don't know if we do it or not. But we get the decreased speed out across everyone. It's just such a good ability, that. Decrease accuracy out as well. I don't think that's going to affect these two mobs. I think they still land all their abilities, basically no matter what. But we're just like constantly doing a bit of chunk of damage. Actually, we did get a resist out here. See that? We did get a resist. So decreased accuracy's done some work there. Resisted again across the board. Wow. That's great, because I've not built any of these guys with high resistance. So that decreased accuracy debuff there has basically worked on both of these ads to block all of the debuffs. That's actually crazy good. So this is, I probably wasn't calling it as a place where that was really effective, but I'll tell you now, that's way more effective than even I was expecting it to be there. Slam's come out. Surprised he hasn't picked his ads up yet. I guess we must be waiting for the halfway point. Again, decreased speed on constantly. So he's not filling his turn meter bar up. Decreased speed on the ads again. Decreased accuracy on the ads. And it's kind of like, you know, pretty slow and steady, but slow and steady wins the race on this one. That's a big slam, and it's not really hit us that hard. Got increased defense up from our Masteries Mage. Double stun, which means they're not getting their turn. So you can just see how effective, even without a damage dealer, we've come through this mainly because of a good team composition, yes, but, you know, some really, really good stuff coming in from Psylar. Really good. Like, she's way underrated in the game. Way underrated. And you can just see rinse and repeat. All the debuffs go out, and we're going to move on to the next thing. So I'm going to take us on to the next level. It's getting a bit dull, but it's not the fastest in the world, but it is strong. So here we go. We come in 4 minutes 22 with really no main damage dealer for that main boss, which shows how effective she is there. Dragon, she doesn't affect the dragon in terms of decrease speed. So decrease speed is not going to work on the dragon. Kind of need to change up some of this, otherwise we have the same problem. Too much damage. Let's go with that same team. Maybe this is my new one team to beat them all, guys. What are you saying? But yeah, basically, what she's going to do here is all about wave control. Here, she decreases speed and turn meter as her primary. So if you remember on Faction Wars, she decreased accuracy as the primary. Here, she went with the decreased speed and turn meter, which is actually definitely what you'd rather her do. So she just does a ton of work in terms of stuns, because of the stun set, in terms of decrease turn meter. Yeah, just a ton of work. And then when she gets to the dragon, she's basically going to place decrease accuracy, which I guess we can have a look at it, see if it does actually benefit as much here. See if she lands it. So decrease speed won't land. Nothing to do with turn meter will land on the dragon. So you see there, debuff blocked. She tries to do it anyway, of course. decrease turn meter, decrease speed will not land. Accuracy does though. Can this be resisted? I don't know. Resisted, yeah, ton of resist again. So guys, decrease accuracy is better than we think. It's better than we think. It's better than I think anyway. Maybe you guys were already there. I was not already there. I do not have these guys built with height resistance at all. And we're getting tons of resists here. So for Dragon, that decreased accuracy actually doing some work. And on the waves, she's doing work. Fire Knights is, though, somewhere that she's strong. Like, straight out strong. This is my strongest team. If I was taking Lysandra out of the mix for perhaps an Apothecary, and if I was taking one of these Cold Hearts out, she is top tier here. This is probably her best dungeon, and so far, I mean, she's already shown she's insanely good in Spider, very good in Ice Golem, and strong in Dragon. Very strong in Faction Wars. I will say she's got no place in Clan Boss. Like, Clan Boss just straight up isn't a spot for her. But everywhere else in the game, she is very, very strong. Stun off there, decrease turn meter off with the A1. Then she goes decrease accuracy across the board. 3 or 4 stuns up there at any time. Like, who's having a go? No one's having a go. Resist from my guys there because of the decreased accuracy. It's just kind of bonkers. She doesn't have multi-hitters here, so we're going to struggle to get through the shield initially. See that? Debuff blocked as the shield's up. If I was manually in, I could have got through it pretty comfortably already. We've got decreased accuracy out, which might help me with some of the decreased speeds. 2 of them didn't land. Normally that's all of them straight on. And we are hopeful here that we get the shield down like that. Decreased defense is up. Didn't get back to a Heartseeker. I bet it lands now. Oh no, we've got another turn yet. So we might still have a chance here. This is not obviously a 100% team. You can see it straight away. There's the Heartseeker though, so we've got a good chance now. Decreased speed, decreased turn meter does land. And that's huge. That is huge. Once you've got the shield down, if that goes on, basically it's good night. Decreased speed, the big version there, gives us plenty of time to get everything cooking here. Oh, we're going to get a kill. Oh, it's close. It's close. But yeah, in a properly tuned team, she can just be the difference. That decrease speed and turn meter coming off together, especially if you're trying to manual through earlier levels, is actually massive. I would say if you're building her like this in a stun set, you might be better off going with War Master to get definite damage out from boss fights. But 368k damage, it's kind of like middle of the road, but she is in more like a support build. So for the final part of the video, we're going to go for an arena build. I'm going to build her out in some Savage gear, which is fast. There's 2 ways you could go with her, right? You can either have her as straight out second fastest champion with accuracy. So almost like a Madame build. High accuracy and enough speed to always go second. That's possible. Or you can have her as a nuker. And she can kick out some damage. So I'll show you both builds just so you can kind of see what I mean by that. Okay, so we've gone for... The first one is going to be a fast build. So I've actually switched her into an attack percentage chest. This should be maxed out. It's not. But we've got 244 speed. I've still got her in crit rate gloves. I've done the accuracy up to 300 odd. So she's going to do a touch of damage. And she's also going to control the enemy. So that's the aim here. Let's just get a fresh list up. Hopefully it's not like a bot team. I don't really want to be fighting Torment, although I could. I guess. So I throw her into this team like this. Maybe I should have done Foley. It doesn't matter. But the idea here is, as long as I go first, she comes in. See, we do have the shield set there. That what I was talking about earlier, that shield reduction ability would have been good. But she then comes in here, and I drop their speed and turn meter whilst... actually, got a resist off. Candrathon can come in and just lay a slam. Gets through actually got through a ton of shield and stuff there. I thought we'd be a little bit longer getting through the stuff than that. So we got through a ton of the damage. Let's just sleep him. Then we can get the decreased accuracy off. Actually really useful against like a Torment here, who's going to be trying to freeze me up the whole time. Take him out. So pretty much all she's doing in this build is giving my damage dealers time. Giving my damage dealers time to get their abilities off. She's not doing a ton of damage. So all I've got left is my A1. The other one's come back pretty quick though. She's not doing a ton of damage at all. But she's just giving enough time for these damage dealers to get a turn and hopefully get some work done. So that's one build. I'll show you the second build as well, which is going to be like a straight out damage build. So here we go with a damage build. We've got Savage plus Cruel together, which basically ignores 30% defense. We've got Helm Smasher as the Mastery, which ignores defense. She's really slow, 147, nearly 100% crit, 226 crit damage. Still got her accuracy on, and we've got 3.7k attack. First thing I'll do is just test her in Dragon, just on the first wave and see what she hits for. So we'll do it with my normal test team, which is basically Bad L for throwing out poison, Gerp Tuck for poisoning us, which they both give us damage. Where is he? Increase attack from Arbiter, and what else do I do? Decrease defense and weaken for them. So all of this together basically gives us as strong a damage potential as I can get out of my characters, out of my champs. So not auto. Increase attack, yes. Decrease defense and weaken. We're very slow, but we're way quicker than the mobs. Poison on me. Poison on them. He's too slow. Okay, here we go then. Damage test. So we go increase attack from our Arbiter. We go poison on the enemy, which gives us more damage from Bad L. We drop defense and weaken. And we poison ourselves. So we get plus, what's this? Plus 22.5% from our poisons, plus 20% from Bad L poisons. We're going to try the A2 for damage with that Savage and Cruel set, and we're going to do, what's that? It's pretty much 85k a pop. So, and this is probably about as hard as she's going to hit. She might get her up to 100k a pop. So it's good damage, not nuts damage, I'd say. I definitely feel like she can be your damage like nuker in your team, but in honesty, she's better at being your control champion. So if we was to build out a team here where she is our nuker, the main trouble you've got is you're going to get cut in on with the sort of build that I've done, because you need so much turn meter manipulation, or you need a freeze champ. So it might be that we go, I would like to have a drop defense champion here somewhere, but I don't know where they go unless I hope my Arbiter's just quick enough. Maybe we do that. We hope Arbiter's quick enough, and we go for drop defense here. We go for, you'd have to do something like a freeze or a turn meter control champion like a Nephril for this to work, and to have Psylar as your nuker. So he should work if we get a go. Let's see. So we are quicker, just. He is going next. Okay, so we should get this away. Turn meter drops across the board. Just about doing this. Drop their defense. Psylar gets to go, yeah. So Psylar comes in with her A2 and pops everyone 40 to 60k. So as a nuker, she can do work, but I would say almost in every instance, she's better to be your go second champion, and then someone else comes in as your nuker. She's better at the turn meter control, stunning, all that type of stuff. Okay, guys, so that's my guide on Psylar. Hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely an underrated champion and massively beneficial in pretty much all areas of the game, apart from Clan Boss. Get involved, guys. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.